Hi there, it's me again, your Lavanya. Today we are going to discuss about the next verse in Unmai vilakkam, which is verse number 47. What happens to this soul after achieving realization? That is what we are trying to discuss about. In the last two verses also we were discussing about the same. Today's verse is also an add-on to that. Let's look at the verse first. ஆதவன் தன் சந்நிதியில் அம்புலியினார் சோதி பேதமர நிற்கின்ற பெற்றி போல் நாதாந்தத்து அண்ணல் திருவடியில் ஆன்மா அணைந்து இன்பக்கண்ணில் அருந்தியிடும் காண். There is an example that is given here because, as I said earlier itself, with the help of analogies we can easily relate or understand the most difficult concepts. That is the same logic Guru is using over here. He is giving an analogy here. The analogy is very simple. We are all familiar with sun and moon. If you look at the night time, when we look at the sky, we are able to see the moon. What happens to the moon during the daytime? It is still there, but just that we are not able to see due to the intensity of the sun. So the sun's rays occupies the entire sky with the brightness, and the moon's brightness is submerged into the sun's brightness. But is the moon still there? Yes, it is there, just that we are not able to see that because of the brightness of the sun. So this is the same concept we are trying to use, or this is the same analogy we are trying to use for understanding what happens with the life after it achieves realization. Imagine moon to be the same as the soul and sun as God. So what happens is, when we achieve realization, we submerge ourselves into the grace of the Almighty. As simple as that. So we are still there because we cannot be created, we cannot be destroyed. Life cannot be created, life cannot be destroyed. What is created is this body, what is destroyed is also this body, which we have already seen. The 36 tattvam is the one which has been created or which is going to be destroyed as well. So what happens to the soul is, the soul gets submerges itself into the grace of the Almighty, and that is what today's verse explains to us in a beautiful manner. So once we let go the 36 tattvam, once we know the 36 tattvam is all temporary and it is there only to give us clarity about saying that this is not permanent. So once we understand that, once we achieve that objective, the 36 tattvam will slowly go away from us. Once the 36 tattvam starts just shedding away from us, what happens to this soul is, it slowly starts reaching the Almighty. And when we are achieving the grace and we are trying to get into the Almighty's feet, that is where we get into a state called realization. And when we say we are in the state of realization, the simple way to look at it, or the simple way to look at it is, we are still there, just that we are hidden within the grace of the Almighty. But what happens to us? Are we still there? Yes, we are there. As I said earlier itself, life can neither be created nor destroyed. It is an energy, it can only be transformed. Science has proven that to us today, but these verses were created so many years and centuries back, and you can see how much we had a clarity in this life when you talk about the Tamilian culture. So we are very, very forward thinking, and we knew exactly what was happening with the energy, just that we did not know the term energy, or we did not put it in a formal way called as energy, and energy can neither be destroyed. We did not create it as a principle or as a manifesto, whatever, but all these were created, all these were clearly explained to us, because life needs a clarity, life needs an explanation. So verse number 47 talks about what happens to this soul after achieving realization. As we said earlier, it's not going to be created nor destroyed, but it is going to be submerged in the grace of the Almighty. I'll come back again with the next verse very soon. Until then, bye-bye.